Hey everyone, my name is Mayan Silver Fox.
I'm KFC Dad and welcome back to the channel. This is the Mayan the Silver Fox channel. These are the championship predictions for week number
46.
The last championship predictions for this season.
Yes.
And there's some interesting stuff going to happen in this one because there is a relegation battle and there is teams vying to get into the playoffs.
Yes, sneaky.
We do have one member of our team who is a four-legged canine furry friend, and his name is
Wesley Schnauzer. Thank you, Wesley Schnauzer, my puppet friend. I just come back from Tenerife yesterday.
Yes, you have. You have caught the sun a little bit, I can see.
Yep, nice and tanned.
And you're ready for these predictions, yes?
Yes, I am.
Good to have you back, Mayan the Silver Fox. We did miss you.
Okay, guys, let's just do the scores from the last time. And in third place is Wesley Schnauzer with 213 points. And dropping down to second place is Mayan the Silver Fox. He has dropped down to second place and he has 264 points. In first place is KFC Dad with 272 points. So I am, 6 points ahead of Mayan the Silver Fox.
I could do it. Half an hour will catch you up.
How do you feel about that?
Bouncing! I'm bottle it!
Well, you will go on these holidays and you will take your eye off the ball. And while you took your eye off the ball, KFC Dad has taken over. So I'm number one in the championship and I'm number one in the Premier League. Predictions.
Are you having too much alcohol? That's why you keep winning.
No, it's nothing to do with alcohol. It's to do with getting the right predictions.
I think there's something going on there, Mayan the Silver Fox. KFC Dad, there's something not right.
Yes, Kelsey, there's something is going on in here.
There is nothing going on. I've just won and both of you two are sore losers. As always, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And get down there to subscribe, come on!
Yes, subscribe to the channel and help us to grow. He is back now and he'll be giving his predictions.
I'm back on my work.
Yeah, he's back in work. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Game number one is
Bristol City versus Preston North End.
Yes, Bristol City versus Preston North End. Now, I just wanted to say also that all these games on Saturday, the last games of the championship season, all kick off at 12:30.
Yes.
Right, so let's look at Bristol City first. They're in the playoff places with 67 points.
No, they got play tomorrow.
They are, at the time of recording this is Sunday, they do still have a game in hand and they're playing against Leeds United tomorrow night.
Ooh.
So if they win that game, they will be on 70 points and they'll be safe inside those playoff places. But if they don't win that game, they're in a precarious situation because waiting outside of the playoff places is Millwall,
Blackburn and Middlesbrough, on their tails.
They are on the tails. So Millwall have 66 points, Blackburn have 65 points, and Middlesbrough have 64 points.
Who do you think will get in the playoffs, Dad?
Well, I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see. But it all depends on how Bristol do in their game against Leeds tomorrow night. So, what's our prediction for this game against Preston North End? We haven't talked about Preston North End. Preston North End are in a precarious situation as well. They're in near the relegation zone, and if they lose their next game,
they lost 4 in a row.
They have lost 4 in a row, and if they lose their next game, they could drop into the relegation zone
and up in League One.
Yes. So, what's our predictions for this one?
You know what I'm saying for this one? I'm saying 2-1 to Bristol City.
2-1 to Bristol City. I've gone for the same scoreline as you. I've gone for 2-1 to Bristol City as well. Now, what about you, Mr. Schnauzer?
Bristol City versus Preston North End. I think you two will be wrong in this. I'm going for a draw on this one. A 1-1 draw.
Game number 2 is
Burnley versus Millwall.
yes, Burnley versus Millwall. Now, as we speak, like we just said, this is Sunday, and currently Burnley sit top of the league at the moment. They've won 4 in a row,
And gone draw.
hey,
And drawn 12.
and drawn once in the last 5 games. Whereas Millwall, they sit 7th in the league. They're doing very well as well.
They're like a new underdogs.
They are underdogs, and they've only lost once in their last 5 games. They've won their last 2 games on the bounce, and they're on 66 points. So a win for them will see them get into the playoffs.
I can see they're doing it.
Imagine Millwall winning the playoffs and in the Premier League, and all the Premiership sides going to Millwall.
You'll be all chaos.
Well, it'll be interesting. That's what the word I'll use. Interesting. Anyway, let's get back to the predictions. So, what are you predicting for this game?
I think Burnley might lose this one, Dad.
You think?
I think Millwall might win 2-1.
You're going Millwall 2-1. I'm
going for this Super Millwall.
I've gone for a 2-2 draw on this one, a Desmond.
Oh, they could get in.
Yeah, I've gone for a Desmond. What about you, Mr. Schnauzer?
Yes, Burnley versus Millwall. Sorry, guys. I think Burnley will carry on winning. I know they sit top of the league at the moment, but I think they will win this game as well. 2-1 is my prediction.
Game number 3 is
Coventry City versus Middlesbrough.
yes, Coventry City versus Millwall. Now, here's an interesting game because Coventry City are hanging on in there in the playoff places with 66 points, and Middlesbrough are one of the teams that are trying to get into those playoff places. They have 64 points. So if Middlesbrough were to win, they could get into those playoff places. We have to mention as well, Coventry City have lost 2 on the bounce in their last 2 games.
Is something going on in Coventry team?
They're bottling it at the wrong time.
Oh, like they did it, like entered it to us that last season, Dad.
Yes. So, right. What do you think is going to happen here? This is going to be very, very interesting. What's your prediction for this game?
I'm going to say for this one, I think Middlesbrough might win.
You think?
I'm going to say high scoring, 3-2 to Middlesbrough.
Okay, 5-goal thriller. I've gone. I couldn't make up my mind on this one because Coventry haven't been. They've lost their last 2 games. Middlesbrough a bit hit and miss. You don't know what you're going to get with them. So I've gone down the middle. I've gone for a 1-1 draw for this game.
Oh, Wesley Schnauzer.
Let's see, Wes.
Coventry City against Middlesbrough. I think you're right. This will be an interesting game in the playoffs. I think Middlesbrough are going to do it. I'm going to go for a 1-0 Middlesbrough win against Coventry.
Game number 4 is
Derby County versus Stoke City.
yes, Derby County versus Stoke City. Right.
I'm going to tell them it's very, very, very close.
Yeah, Stoke and Derby are close to each other. Right, so on this game, this is another precarious game, but this time in the relegation zone. Now, Stoke City are on 50 points and Derby County are on 49 points.
Ooh.
Hull City, who are in the relegation zone in the 3rd spot, are on 48 points. So, if Hull were to win and one of Derby or Stoke were to lose, they could drop into that relegation zone. So it's another one of them games where both teams they need to win.
And also, Preston could get into it as well.
Yeah, there's a few teams involved in this relegation battle on the last day of the season. So what Derby have won their last 2 games on the bounce.
They've been doing very well. They beat West Brom on their last game, and now they beat 1-0 against Hull City.
And Stoke City, they've lost their last 2 games on the bounce.
You know what I'm going to say too? I'm saying 1-0 to Derby County. They're going to be alright and they're going to stay up.
Okay, so you've gone 1-0 to Derby County. I've gone for a Derby County win as well. I've gone 2-1 to Derby County. And yeah, they will stay up, is what I think. So, what about Mr. Schnauzer? Does he think they will stay up?
Derby County versus Stoke City. This one is in the relegation battle. Derby or Stoke could drop into those relegation spots, but I think this will be a draw. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw in this game.
Game number 5 is...
It's Norwich City versus Cardiff City.
Yes, Norwich City versus already relegated Cardiff City. Yeah, Cardiff City were relegated in the last round. They're bottom of the league at the moment. They did draw 0-0 with West Brom, but I'm afraid it's too little too late for them. They are already down and will be playing in League One next season.
Interesting.
Norwich aren't very much better. I mean, they're not near the relegation zone. They are mid-table, but they haven't won in their last 5 games, and in their last game they did get a draw.
Yes, and not very good for them, Dad.
It's not been a very good season for them. They've got rid of their manager. So did Cardiff. They got rid of their manager as well. Who they got in charge?
And Aaron Ramsey.
Aaron Ramsey's in charge there, and at Norwich they got rid of Thorpe, and who's in charge there?
I remember.
What's his name? Another Arsenal player.
Oh,
Jack Wilshere.
Yeah, Jack Wilshere. Yeah,
Jack Wilshere's in charge at temporary charge at Norwich. So, what's the prediction for this one, mate?
I'm playing 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw. What did I say? I've gone for a 1-0 Cardiff win. Yeah, so that's our prediction. Let's see what that four-legged canine friend is doing.
Norwich City versus Cardiff City. As you guys have just said, Cardiff already relegated. Norwich City are mid-table at the moment, and I think Norwich will get the win. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win for Norwich City.
Game number 6 is...
It's Plymouth Argyle versus Leeds United.
Yes, Plymouth Argyle versus Leeds United. Now, let's start off with Plymouth Argyle. They're another team that's in a precarious situation. They are in the relegation zone in 23rd place. They're on 46 points. And if they were to get a miracle and beat Leeds, then they would possibly climb out of the relegation zone and not be relegated.
I want them to stay up, Dad.
I'd like them to stay up as well. Will Leeds United take the foot off the gas? Leeds United are playing tomorrow night against Bristol City at the time of recording this. So, I don't know. What do you think? Leeds United, they've won 4 on the bounce. They're second in the league currently at this moment in time.
I've got a feeling I can see when we do it this game. I think Plymouth Argyle will win 2-1.
You're going for Plymouth Argyle 2-1. We've got to remember as well, Leeds United are already promoted. Yes, and they could take their foot off the gas, but I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas, and I think Leeds United will win 2-1 in this game.
Do you think they're going to make them go down?
Yes, unfortunately. But that's how it is on the last game of the season. So let's see what Mr. Schnauzer's got to say about this.
Plymouth Argyle versus Leeds United. I think this one could be a draw. I'm going to go for a Desmond because, I don't know, Leeds may take their foot off the pedal and Plymouth will be desperate to stay up. But if they get a draw, I don't think they will be able to stay up. But I'm going to go Desmond. 2-2 draw for this one.
Game number 7 is...
It's Portsmouth versus Hull City.
Portsmouth versus Hull City. Okay, this is another one of the relegation battle ones. This one is. Portsmouth are pretty safe with 53 points. And I don't think they're in any danger of being relegated. Whereas Hull They're in that third relegation spot with 48 points.
One behind Luton.
Yeah, so they're just 1 point behind Luton Town. Now, in their last game, they did lose
1-0 against Derby County. And Portsmouth got a massive draw 1-1 against Sheffield Wednesday.
Yeah, so
But fair play this season. They've been doing extremely very well at Portsmouth.
yeah, they haven't lost in their last 4 games, and they're on the rise, and they're safe. Will Hull get something to get out of that relegation zone in this game? What's your prediction?
I don't think so.
No?
I'm playing 1-0 to Portsmouth.
1-0 to Portsmouth. What did I go for? I said a Portsmouth win as well. Sorry, Hull City fans, have gone Portsmouth to win 2-0 in this game. What about you, Mr. Schnauzer?
Portsmouth versus Hull City. Portsmouth safe and sound with 53 points. Hull City in that precarious spot there. Will they get out of it? I don't think so. I've gone for a 1-0 Portsmouth win. Sorry, Hull City fans.
Game number 8 is...
Sheffield United versus Blackburn Rovers.
Right, now let's go to the other end of the table now. Sheffield United are in those playoff spots. They're in third place at the moment. They're quite safe in the playoff spots with 89 points. Blackburn Rovers though. Blackburn Rovers, what has happened to Blackburn Rovers? They've since John Eustace left, they went through a bit of a bad phase, and now they're
doing not another new team.
Yeah, I mean, they won 4 on the bounce. They haven't lost in the last 5 games. They beat who they beat in the last game?
They beat Watford 2-1.
They beat Watford 2-1. They're on 65 points, so 3 points for them. We'll see them get into those playoff places.
I'm very sorry. I think we will do it. Blackburn, I've got a feeling Blackburn will do it. Yeah.
Well, they are on a roll, and Sheffield United, they did win their last game, but they're a bit hit and miss at the moment.
But Sheffield United can score for them.
Did they?
Yes.
What, in the last game?
Yes.
Okay, well, that's good. Right, so what's your prediction?
I'm saying 2-1 to Blackburn Rovers.
You know what? I'm going to agree with you. I think Blackburn Rovers are doing very well. They're one of them dark horses, and I've gone 2-1 to Blackburn Rovers as well.
And last game, Todd Cantwell scored Blackburn.
He did. So that's our predictions. What about our canine friend?
Sheffield United versus Blackburn Rovers. I think Blackburn Rovers are doing very well, but I think Sheffield United have got their mojo back, and I'm going to go for a 2-1 win for Sheffield United.
Game number 9 is
Sunderland versus QPR.
Sunderland versus QPR. Now, Sunderland, they are in those playoff places, and they got 76 points, and they've got a 6-point cushion against who's below them. No, they've got a 9-point cushion. It's Bristol City, isn't it?
On their tails.
Well, not really, because they've got a 9-point cushion. But you have to say, Sunderland are on a dismal run. They've lost 4 on the bounce, and they don't look like they're gonna win a game.
They're not looking good for them.
No, it's not looking good going into the playoffs like this. So QPR are mid-table. They've lost their last 2 games as well, and they got battered 5-0 against Burnley.
Got nothing to say.
But I think out of the 2 teams, they're both not doing very well. I think QPR will win 1-0.
Draw.
You've gone for a 1-1 draw.
A boring 1-1 draw.
Okay, you've gone for a 1-1 draw. I've gone for a 1-0 QPR win. What about Mr. Schnauzer?
Sunderland versus Queen's Park Rangers. I don't know what to make of this game. Sunderland on the dismal form, like KFC Dad just said. QPR losing their last 2 games. I'm going to go for a 0-0 draw on this game.
Game number 10 is
Swansea versus Oxford United.
Okay, yes, Swansea versus Oxford United. Now, these two teams pretty much don't have much to play for. Oxford United are on 52 points and they're safe from relegation by just a point, I think. Swansea City, they were on that charge. They'd won 4 in a row, but it was quickly halted by Millwall. Now they can't get into the playoffs. They have 60 points. And but they were playing well. They're one of them dark horses going up the table. So what do you think to this game?
I went 1-0 to Oxford City.
Oxford United.
Please.
Okay, you're going 1-0 to Oxford United. I've gone, what have I said? I've gone go for a 5-goal thriller. I've gone 3-2 to Swansea City. Swansea City, yeah.
Ooh.
3-2. So what about
Wesley Schnauzer?
Wesley Schnauzer?
And then guess who scored the last game? Bale Nelson, a header.
Did he?
Yeah.
For Oxford United. Yeah. Okay. Wesley?
Swansea City versus Oxford United. Both teams can score and both teams are safe from relegation. I've gone for a Desmond, a 2-2 draw in this game.
Game number 11 is
Watford versus Sheffield Wednesday.
Yes, Watford versus Sheffield Wednesday. Now, these two teams are mid-table and safe from relegation. Nowhere near the playoffs. So it's one of them games where, they might be on the beach already. Watford have lost 4 on the bounce and not doing that great, are they?
This season, they're not doing very well this season.
No. Sheffield Wednesday did draw their last game and they won the one before that. So they have a bit more about them than Watford. What's your prediction for this?
2-0 Sheffield Wednesday.
2-0 to Sheffield Wednesday. I've gone for a Sheffield Wednesday win as well. I've gone 2-1 to Sheffield Wednesday. And what about Mr. Schnauzer?
Watford versus Sheffield Wednesday. Like you both said, they're mid-table, both teams. I've gone for a Watford win. I think after all this time, they've not won a game. And I'm going to go for a 1-0 win for Watford.
Game number 12, the last game of the weekend is
West Brom versus Luton Town.
West Bromwich Albion versus Luton Town. Now, West Bromwich Albion, we know, are mid-table and they've got pretty much no chance of the playoffs now. They've got 61 points. They did depart company from their manager, Tony Mowbray, last week. And they're not been that great, have they?
This season, no.
No. And their opponents, Luton Town. Now, Luton Town are just above the relegation zone with 49 points. So they do need a win.
I think they will do it.
I think they will as well because they've won 3 on the bounce in their last few games. Something's changed there and something's
clicking.
Something's clicking, yeah. So, what's your prediction for this one?
1-0 to Luton Town.
1-0 to Luton Town. I've gone for the same one. You've copied me. I've gone for the same scoreline. I've got 1-0 to Luton Town as well, and they'll be safe from relegation. What about you, Mr. Schnauzer?
West Bromwich Albion versus Luton Town. This is a big game for Luton Town, not so much for West Brom. They are safe, but they can't get into the playoffs either. So I've gone for a 2-1 win to Luton Town because they have won their last 3 games on the bounce and they're on a bit of form at the moment. So that's the last game of the season. Thank you for watching, guys, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel and help us to grow. Thank you for all those guys that put it in the comments that they like seeing me. It makes me really, really happy.
So that concludes our predictions, the last predictions of the 24-25 Championship season. It's been great doing these predictions and we've really enjoyed ourselves. We will be in the Championship our team next season. So it will be great that we can carry on doing the championship predictions for the next season.
We'll be in there. We'll be there.
We will be there. So thank you, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
Get down there, subscribe, and see you later.
Yeah, and help us to grow. And we will see you on the match day vlogs that are left.
And also on the playoffs.
Yes, we might do something with the playoffs as well. So we'll see you then. Adios, amigos.
Bye bye.